Hey everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. Y'all please forgive me. I have debated and debated on whether or not to even do this video. But you guys, I have to have it on record just in case it works. And y'all, I just crawled out of the bed and got started. I don't normally do this kind of thing in the mornings. First of all, because I've not even showered and done anything to my hair. I just threw on a shirt just for the video. I've got the dishwasher going. I've got the oven going. I don't function well in the morning and thinking and doing recipes, but here we are because I've got to get my charcuterie board done and I want to try this and see if it works. If it works, that's going to be wonderful and amazing. If not, then it doesn't. But I'm going to do a pumpkin. Now, I've seen brie pumpkins, but I don't want to use a brie. I want to try to use a cream cheese and fig butter that I've made because my fig butter had a little bit too much cinnamon in it, and I'm not really crazy about it, but inside of a dough is going to be amazing. I'm thinking close to like cinnamon roll kind of flavor. So anyway, what I have done, let me show you. In here, I have my ingredients for my dough. It's 3 cups of unbleached bread flour. I have another ½ cup over here just in case we need it. And then I have 1 teaspoon of salt, and I have the salt just sprinkled around the edges. I have a ¼ cup of olive oil, not in there yet. 2 tablespoons, I went with a 2 because it's okay if this dough is sweeter. 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm about to add 3 tablespoons of active dry yeast, and I keep mine in the freezer or refrigerator. 1 1/4 cup of warm water, and that's it, y'all. So let me put in the yeast, and I'm going to put it right on top of the sugar. I'm not going to let it touch the salt because salt and yeast just really don't get along with each other. The salt is not nice to the yeast. Should have made a well. Wasn't thinking. I told you I don't think well in the mornings. I would never make a good doctor or surgeon that had to do stuff that involved my brain in the mornings. Okay. There's 1, 2, and 3. Not filling that one quite up because the other one was really full. Right, now all we're going to do is add our water. I'm going to let it cool down just a little bit more. It's still a little too warm. You want it around 100 degrees, no more than 115. Kind of like what you would bathe a newborn baby in. Warm, but not hot. Because if you do hot, it will kill the yeast and then you won't get a rise. So let's give it just a minute. Okay, we are right around 110, 115. So I'm going to pour in the water. And this dough, I've done it so many times. I know that it rises so quickly. It's not going to matter that I don't let that yeast activate first. I just used it. I know it's good yeast, so I'm not worried. We're going to put in the ¼ cup of oil. I love this dough because it's so easy. Stir it around, let it come together. If it's too wet, we will just add in a little more flour. And I have an extra ½ cup sitting over here. Again, I only put 3 cups in this dough. Oh, it smells so good. Don't y'all love the smell of a yeast bread when you're making it? Oh my goodness. See, it's that easy, you guys. And at this point, we're just going to knead it for a few minutes. If it's too sticky, we'll just add in that flour. And we want to knead this, oh my goodness. We want to knead this really well since I mixed it up this way to make sure all the ingredients are incorporated throughout the dough. Right now it's super sticky. Normally, if I did it the normal way, I would oil the counter, but this time I'm going to flour the counter to knead it because it is sticky. It's not going to hurt to have that extra flour in there. Set that over to the side. Just a little. Don't want to add too much flour. You want the dough to be a light and fluffy dough. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm leaving as much flour off to the side as I can because I don't want this to be a dry dough. Now I will take some of this dough and make more breadsticks like we made the other day. Today I'm going to use a parsley. Where is my oil? Not a parsley. Parmesan and some Italian cheese and garlic on my breadsticks. Okay, I like to use a little bit of oil to keep it from sticking, and that way I'm not adding more flour into the dough. Okay. Now, I'm just going to let this sit in the bowl for just a few minutes. It rises so fast you don't even have to oil the bowl. I'll just put those few little drops in there just to say we did. All right, and this will only take 5-10 minutes and it will double in size, and then we'll come back and do the rest. Okay, while we're letting the dough rise, I'm going to show you what I did. I took some twine and I cut it into 20-inch lengths, and what I will do is take part of the dough and I'm going to put half of a block of cream cheese, so that would be 4 ounces, on a piece of the dough, and then on the dough we'll spread big butter and put that half a block of cream cheese on it. Fold the dough back up around it, pinch the edges, get it good and smooth, and then we'll put it in the middle of this twine and take opposite sides and tie it up. So hopefully it will leave indentions like a pumpkin in it. So if this works, I'll be super excited. If not, hey, we tried, and we'll try again if it doesn't work. Another day, not today. I've got too much to do. Okay, y'all, you ready? Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, let's divide the dough. I need to oil the counter again, if you're wondering what I was doing. Trying to figure out what to do. Okay. So, don't want to divide it again. No. I told you we're experimenting. I don't know what to do either. We're just going with it. I'm going to put in just a touch of olive oil again. Just a few drops, so it doesn't stick right there. Take out our warm, heavenly dough. Right? Put it here and flatten it out just a little bit. to a disc. Right, and here is our fig butter. I'm going to put some right in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to take half of the block of cream cheese, put it on top. Okay, well, I'm nervous, oh my goodness. And then we're going to take the dough and just fold it over this cream cheese. Go. Pinch up the sides. Okay. Now let's take it over and put it on the twine. Walk with me. Right in the middle. And then we're going to tie up opposite sides. Let's get it even as we can. You have to let the perfectionism go. I'm learning, I'm trying. Okay. Don't tie it too tight because this will rise a little more. And you don't want to break into the dough if you don't have to, where the stuff oozes out. Oh my goodness. It's going to have a big blob right there. That's all right. Okay, let's let this sit. Oh, no, it's not. I forgot. I have another string. But we're going to let it sit for just a minute. And rise. And then we'll pop it into the oven. And we're going to cook it for about 20 minutes or until it's nice and brown. I forgot to brush the inside of the dough with butter. Oh well. This is an egg wash. It's actually 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of water because, as I told you, I am doing breadsticks. I'm going to use the rest of that dough. Now, when this is done, if it works, I'm going to use a cinnamon stick for the stem of the pumpkin. Okay. Let's see if I can trim these longer pieces. And you should use a baker's twine. Don't tell anybody I didn't. I'm just experimenting. Where is... Okay. I don't want this to pop open before it starts baking, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide it into the oven. Oh, y'all, there is so much stuff in my kitchen. Barely have room to work. I've got the stuff on my charcuterie board all laid out behind the camera stand, and over here I've got pans because I still need to make sour cream muffins, y'all. Got to get those done. And got to do these breadsticks. But it's early in the morning. We're not going to stress. We're going to get this done. So we used half of that dough for the pumpkin. I just cut off another half of this half. And this is what we're going to use to make the breadsticks. Now we're going to try to make a better rectangle than we did last time. So let's see. And I'm not going to roll these as thin as I did last time. Pardon me, I had to go get my rolling pin. But I do want them kind of thin, and I got out my pizza cutter. What I do with it? It's over here. I love using the pizza cutter for this. It makes great little strips. So we're going to try to keep this dough from sticking and rolling up this time. I don't need mini breadsticks, as in a lot. I need the mini, as in little, skinny. But I have a small container to put them in, and we're going to have plenty of bread on this board. I mainly want them for some height to my charcuterie board, and they're fun to eat. They're fun to make. They're delicious. So that's what we're going with. Let's just make it a little longer. I should have just used the whole half. We'll just make more with that. And the other day when I made the breadsticks, I did a double layer. I'm not doing that today. It was okay, but I just don't think it was necessary. So first thing, I'm going to just rub this down with a little bit of butter, because butter and breadsticks, that's just the way it has to be. Okay, and then we're going to sprinkle with a little garlic salt. I'm going in with some of this Parmesan and Romano cheese. Yes, don't come at me because it's out of the can. If you want to use the fresh, hey, you go for it. This was a last minute idea, and this is what I had. Now I'm going to take some Italian cheese blend. This is finely shredded. It has mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan, Romano, fontina, and Asiago cheese. And just give it a light sprinkling. Okay, that's plenty. And we're just going to pat it down into the dough a little bit. And we are going to the edges because we're just cutting these into strips. It's a little bit longer, y'all. I want to make sure they stick out of the container that I have to put them in. Okay, now I said basil a minute ago, so I said, why not just add it in there? Just a little pop of color. I'm hoping these will just add, like I said, a little height and a little texture. Just something a little unexpected on my board, because I'm not doing a traditional charcuterie board. I wanted to think outside the box a little bit. We're doing it kind of like a dip board. Getting a little crazy with these strips. Good thing I've got more dough. Okay, and then to do these, pretend you're in kindergarten. Don't get fussy. Just twist them up. Just like so. And lay them on your pan. Okay, now what we're going to do is just take some of this egg wash. Oops. Don't want them sticking together. And just brush over the tops of them. If you see a twist you don't like, just fix it. Our pumpkin is almost done. As soon as that comes out of the oven, we're going to pop these in the oven. We'll be right back. Okay, let's pull this out of the oven. Oh my goodness. Y'all, look at that. Oh my goodness, it worked. It worked. If we can get the twine off, it will be a miracle and we will have success. So let's just leave it here for a few minutes to cool. Oh, you guys, look at this. Is that not the prettiest? Do I wish it was taller? Yeah, but hey, pumpkins are flat too. That is so pretty. I can't believe it worked. Now all I have to do is get the twine off. I'm not quite sure how to do that because the bread did bake around the twine. I guess you just loosen it and pull it out. I don't really want the cream cheese and fig butter to seep out, so I'm hesitant to do that. I might just let it keep cooling and let the cream cheese harden back up. I mean, it's cool, but it's still just got just a little bit of warmth to it. So I know the center is going to be warmer. I'm just going to, I'll loosen these, but I'm not going to pull it apart till closer to time to go, so that the filling stays inside and doesn't seep out. And my last batch of breadsticks are ready. So you guys, I'll show you this board. I don't know if I'll be able to record as I'm putting it together, but if not, I will make sure to come back and show you what everything looks like all put together. But hopefully I'll be able to get some footage of putting it together.